Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today on a Friday afternoon? I want to welcome you to Alone for the Holidays, creating new traditions, connection, and self care. I'm Linda G. Robert. If you don't know me by now, I'm your Back in the Groove Again coach, and it's really, really wonderful to have you here as today we explore ways to make this holiday season brighter and more meaningful and less stressful, especially at this time of the year. And when we're by ourselves, sometimes it's even more stressful. You know, the holidays can be a magical time, especially with the music, but let's be honest, they can also be overwhelming for some people. And if you're spending time by yourself, it can feel even more depressing. So today, we're going to focus on how you can take control over your holiday experience with some simple self care tips, with some fun do it yourself treats. And of course, we'll also talk about connecting as well. So, with everything that's happening during the holidays, packed schedules for some people, shopping, cooking, family obligations, and maybe even feeling isolated if you're by yourself, it's no wonder that stress can creep in. But here's the thing: self care is always important. It's not just a luxury, it's a necessity at this time of the year. If we don't take time for ourselves, we can burn out. And we certainly don't want that during this time of the year because it's meant to be joyful and it's meant to be peaceful. So, here are a couple of self care tips for you. And of course, they're not in any particular order, believe me. And you want to stay to the end because we're going to be doing a mask, a do it yourself mask. So, number one, when the weather is mild, why not go outside for a mindful walk? So, you want to step outside for a brisk walk, paying attention to the sights, the sounds, and the smells around you. It's really an easy way to clear your mind and to reset, even if it's just for a few minutes. Yes, when it's cold. Number two is you can also journal your thoughts. I do a lot of journaling. So, spending 10 minutes a day reflecting on what you're grateful for and maybe setting your intentions for the new year. That can help shift your mindset and keep you grounded. How about unplugging for about an hour? So, disconnecting from technology, even for just an hour, can be a game changer as well. You want to use that time to read a book, take a nap, or maybe just sit in silence. So, here are other tips to simplify your life. You want to consider creating your own traditions too. So, if the usual traditions don't resonate with you anymore, why not create your own? Whether it's a movie marathon, baking some cookies, or writing some holiday cards to yourself or to send to others too, some encouraging notes, some gratitude letters. The goal is to find joy in what feels real, what feels authentic to you. Now, this one speaks to me: planning your next adventure. So, why not take time to dream and to plan your next getaway? I know I've been doing a lot of that lately. Whether it's a weekend trip, or maybe it's a day trip, or maybe it's a longer vacation, having something to look forward to can really, really help to lift our spirits up too. Right? You could start visualizing it and even create a mini bucket list. You can even add that on a collage or a visual board as well. And let's remember to embrace gratitude and connection. So, writing down three things that you're grateful for every day. And don't hesitate to reach out to loved ones too, even if it's just a quick text or a phone call. Connection Doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be a long time. Even the smallest meaningful gestures count. So you want to remember that. Now, if you're spending time alone this holiday season, or maybe you're just looking for a way to slow down the pace, here's a list of 26 things that are simple and fun to do, either by yourself, if you live by yourself, or with a small group of friends, especially if you want to feel that sense of connection. So here's a list for inspiration. And I'm just gonna mention this because I have 26 listed items here. Watch your favorite holiday movie or binge watch a series. You might consider hosting a virtual movie night too with some friends. A lot of my friends are in Ottawa, for example. They're not in Elliott Lake. You may consider creating a cozy reading corner and dive into a really good book. Or maybe you want to bake some holiday cookies or treats. I have a friend that's been doing that and she shared that with me. Maybe you want to try a new holiday craft or a do-it-yourself project and invite some friends to come along and help you out. Maybe you want to invite your neighbors for an eggnog or a light meal, even if you don't know them. My friend Jen is doing this. Or maybe you want to start a puzzle or a board game. Take a solo walk in the snow. I went snowshoeing last week. Maybe you want to go out in nature. Or maybe you want to enjoy a hot cocoa, with cocoa and milk and sugar. Or maybe a tea with different toppings in the cocoa. Maybe you do want to write in a gratitude journal every day. Or you want to start a vision board for the upcoming year. Or perhaps hosting a virtual holiday trivia night with some friends. That's a lot of fun. Or pamper yourself with a do it yourself spa day. And we're going to do a little bit of that later today. Try out a new recipe or bake your favorite dish. Declutter. Organize a room or space in your home. Maybe that's something you've always wanted to do. Well, why not do it at this time of the year? Or start a do-it-yourself home decoration project. Or sit down and write some personal goals for the next year. I've got a session coming up on December 30th, goal review session. 17, create a holiday playlist and dance around the house. You can just turn YouTube on for that too. Or take a bubble bath with candles and relaxing music. You may consider volunteering at a local charity or at a community event. I know at the Legion Hall, a lot of people volunteer there. Maybe you want to learn something new online, like a language or an art of some sort, or a craft of some sort. Maybe you want to practice mindfulness meditation for relaxation. I can help you with that too, by the way. Maybe you want to create personalized holiday cards for your friends and family. Maybe you want to take an online course or a workshop. I've got lots of those too, by the way. Maybe you want to watch virtual concerts or performances. Or maybe you just want to call or video chat with a loved one, right? You want to choose a few of these to make it that it's a lot easier to manage. Now, I'd love to know what you do around this type of the year, especially if you're alone. And please write it in the comment section. So if you're reviewing the video, if you're looking at this after the live, please write it in the comment section and I'll respond to you. So now let's get into something a little bit more fun and easy that you can do at home to pamper yourself. A nourishing face mask. And wait a minute, I'm going to show you what we'll be doing too. So this one here, though, is a simple mask that can refresh your skin and offer a moment of relaxation during the busy holiday schedule. And this first mask, we're not going to do this one, we're going to do the second one. Requires a tablespoon of plain yogurt, a teaspoon of honey, and a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Of course, you mix the yogurt, the honey, and the turmeric into a smooth paste, and then you apply it to your clean face, of course, avoiding the eye area. Then you let it sit there for 10 to 15 minutes. Of course, then you rinse it off and you pat your face dry and you just go, that feels so good. Now, ideally, you're also pairing this up with a warm bath, maybe some soothing music, or your favorite book for the ultimate self-care session. You know, it's a small gesture, but it's really important to do that once in a while, especially at this time of the year. So this will leave you feeling refreshed and recharged. Now today, I am going to also show you a simple face mask that you can create with ingredients that you probably already have, in your kitchen, which is avocado and honey. So in a few minutes, I'm going to put this together. So this mask will leave you leave your skin feeling soft and hydrated, and we'll be doing it together. So if you have honey, if you have avocado, that'd be great. I have never ever done this before, especially live. So it's a first for me, right? So we'll need the do-it-yourself avocado and honey face mask instructions. I'm going to read the instructions first, and then I'm going to do it. So we need half a ripe avocado, and I've got half a ripe avocado here. We need a tablespoon of honey, and then we have to mash the avocado until it's smooth and creamy in a small bowl. Then we want to stir, of course, the honey until it gets all combined. And then after that, we're going to apply the mixture evenly on our face, avoiding the eye area, of course. Technically, we leave the mask on for 10 to 15 minutes, but because I'm on live here, I'm only going to leave it on for 2 minutes. But if you're looking at the recording, you might have to pause it and leave it on for 15 minutes. And then after I've put the mask on, I'm going to take a quick little break to wash my face, to rinse my face with warm water. So this is going to be a fun and easy way to treat ourselves. So here we go. Here we go. So I think I'm going to remove my glasses in a few minutes. I've got my headband here. And I'm now going to just put the avocado in the bowl. Give me a few seconds. I hope if you are here, hello, Pink Banjo, all great ideas. I'm saving this for reference. Excellent. I hope you're here. Do you have your avocado? Do you have your avocado and honey? I know I'm shouting here. Don't mean to shout. So I'm getting the avocado. I'm just going to mash it. No, I don't have an avocado. All right. Well, you'll have to get one for later. I'm just mashing it. It's, and I've thought about this after. I thought, you know what? We could probably eat this too because it's just avocado and honey. I don't know what it's going to feel like on my face. I've never done this before. All right. So I've got the avocado. I'll keep mixing it in a bit. And it requires a tablespoon, so I'm going to put the tablespoon here. I don't use a lot of honey, but sometimes I'll put a little bit in my my coffee, but most of the time I use it with peanut butter and banana because I love, 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 love peanut butter and banana sandwiches. So talk about treats, okay? I live by myself. I've got tons of snow. Yeah, let's not talk about the snow right now, okay, Pink? I don't know if you've seen the video that I create. I'm just mixing everything up. I don't know if you've seen the video that I created last week sometime when I did my, when I went snowshoeing. Um, I don't like the cold, and I have been thinking of holidays. Yes, I'm not sure what I'll do yet this year. Last few years, I've been going to Mexico, but I don't know. I haven't decided, but I certainly have been thinking of all sorts of trips. Believe me. Believe you me. I'm also a travel agent, and I know that, woo, I better wipe my nose before I do this. Just a second. Thank goodness that you can tell that I need my glasses to see. I'm squinting. All right, I'm gonna try this on. Ew. Oh my goodness. I should have put some oh, you know what I like about it so far is that it's nice and cool. Very nice and cool. I like that. I've never put avocado on my face before. And you know what? I don't know if it's going to require the whole thing, honestly. And I can't put my glasses back on. I think I'm doing okay. It does say half that would be a full face with avocado on it, but I don't know if it requires that much. Honestly, I have no idea. What do you think? Should I put the whole thing on my face? I think I'll put some down here too. And then once it's on, it's not like a clay mask, I like clay masks. I don't think I can put I don't think I can put more on. So I think maybe half of one is a bit too much. But okay, and you know what? I was going to set a timer for 2 minutes, but guess what? I can't set a timer. I think what I'll do instead is I'm just going to put a little pause here. Yeah, I was going to set a timer and set some music, but my hands are dirty. I'm just going to let it go, and I'm going to be quiet for about a couple of minutes. Every now and then I'll probably look up and go, okay, where am I at? Okay, I'm gonna quiet down, because the idea is to just relax, just chill out, right? And with this kind of mask, I notice that I can still talk. So it's not like a clay mask where it's, hardens, but it does feel nice and cool. And honestly, I don't know what the avocado and the honey does. I didn't look into that, but and because I don't want there to be too much dead time, I am going to talk. Otherwise, I'd be laying down on my couch. Have you ever done, I don't know if pink banjo is a female or a male. Have you ever done facial, a do-it-yourself facial mask before? I can read the chat, so I'm good. Oh, you know what? I'm noticing that it seems to be spreading more. So I can see, yeah, you almost have to try it because I could see how um, I could add more layers to it. I could see that. It doesn't say to let it sit. It is soothing. And I could feel it getting a little bit dry. I think with the 10 or 15 minutes, it probably would dry up more, right? My friend said maybe you could pause. No, you can't pause a live video, but I could see that it's drying. It's interesting. And, avocado doesn't have much of a smell, but when I inhale, I can smell the freshness. Can't really smell the honey. So I encourage you to try this. And of course, what I'm trying to do now is being in the moment, being mindful. And I feel, I feel a little bit on that side. I felt that it was going to drop. So I'm being mindful. I'm aware that, well, I'm aware of a few things right now. I'm aware that I'm live and I got a facial mask on my face. I'm aware that I'm feeling it like it's fresh. There's a light scent. So when you are, just FYI, when you're practicing mindfulness, it's about being in the moment. Oh, okay. I like that. I used to use Avon clay mask. Thank you. And notice how I'm squinting my eyes. Back when I was younger and oilier, interested in how this feels when you're alone, when you're done. Yes, I will. This would be great with a slice of yes, and that's another kind of mask for sure. I don't have any cucumber, and I used up my zucchini. Not exactly the same thing, but absolutely. I think. Hang on. I'm going to. I'm going to keep the rest. You see, I didn't eat the half. I'm going to keep the rest. Probably use it in a toast or something because I love toasted avocado and honey. So I'm not throwing out the rest. I'm going to keep it. But if you give me a couple of minutes, it's not going to take long. I'm just going to go wash my face now. Uno momento, por favor. Uno momento. Woohoo! Woohoo! You know what? My face feels cool. It's a cool face. I actually kind of like it. And of course, I'm going to keep the rest for, I'm going to make some toast. Exactly, dual purpose mask. I'm going to keep this for toast because I have just enough for maybe one or two toasts. That's exactly what I'm going to do afterwards. So I hope that I gave you some ideas, especially if you're spending time by yourself. I know at this time of the year, it can be challenging for a lot of people. It really can. Um, because we need that sense of connection. I've recently, interestingly enough, I've noticed that I've been single for many, many, many a long time, many years, and I'm really good with that. I have really done well with that. But sometimes, sometimes I have lonely moments, and I'm in a new town, and there's not a lot of things to do. Although I don't know if you're where. Okay, you said you were in the Sioux, right? So I'm in Elliott Lake, and guess what? I might go to that meat spin later today. It's interesting because I've never been the type to do that kind of stuff before. I'm a professional meat spin. What they do, this is at the Legion Friday. I think it starts at 3:30. Don't quote me on the words, the time, but they have it's like one of these spinning wheels. It's laying down on a board, and you have to buy tokens. $6 for a number. So last couple of weeks ago, I went and I chose a number, and they do about 6 spins. And if they choose your number, guess what? You win some meat, a bag of meat, which is kind of cool. Anyways, so later today, I'm going to be doing that. Later on, I do different things online. I work. I'm a coach. I'm a travel coach as well. And so for me, it's about balance, right? Can't work all the time. And so I make it a point to get out, socialize. Uh, and this afternoon, after I'm meeting with another client this afternoon, I'm going to get out after that and go do that meat spin thing. Got to do that, right? We can't stay by ourselves. If we live by ourselves, after a while, it's not always fun. So we have to step out of our comfort zone and meet other people. So I hope I gave you some ideas on what you could do. Oh, great. I'm just reading your notes here. I recently joined the Legion here, a choir, and I'm participating in a Christmas bird count. What? Oh, we record the birds we see at our feeder. Wow. And do you also record the type of birds? That's what I'm assuming you mean. The type of birds that you see? Because that sounds, I don't have a house anymore. I'm in an apartment now. When I had my house, I remember I had some feeders just outside, and I remember not so much at this time of the year, but it was mostly in the spring, I think, the blue jays. Oh my God, they were so beautiful. Beautiful blue. Yes, they provide a chart. Wonderful. That's fun. How many bird feeders do you have? Sometimes we might just have one, but I have a friend, Barb, who lives in Ottawa. She has a couple of them. When I sold my house, I gave her one of my bird feeders, actually. So I didn't need that anymore. Two bird feed. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, two bird feeders and one sweat feeder. Cool. And do you have to load them often at this time of the year? I guess it depends on the type of birds too, right? So I think this is another great project. That's a great project. What you're going to be doing here. Yeah, every few days. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great project. I think this is what the challenge is to always find interesting things to do. Now, I know that the goal of my live today was talking about how to alleviate a bit of stress during the holidays. But what we're talking about right now, yeah, you have to fight off the pigeons. Yeah, yeah. Or what about the squirrels too? I hope that I was able to share some of those ideas with you. That some of them are helpful. And please, when you've implemented some of those ideas, write it out in the comments section because I'll be able to see that as well and, respond to that as well. So I'm really happy that you were able to join along for the entire time, Pink Banjo. I really appreciated that. All right, please do that. All right. So have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Friday and a great weekend as well. And I do these live. This is actually the first live that I've done it for because I've been doing a lot of lives specifically for the Camino because this is one of the things that I am talking about as well. I love the Camino and I love planning the Caminos too. But I think what I'll do is also once in a while do other types of lives like this one. Oh, hi, Thomas. You missed it. You'll have to watch the recording. My face was green for a while. Okay. You'll have to watch it, the recording as well. Yeah. If you guys want more of these types of lives, write it in the chat box and different ideas. I kind of tend to like to talk a lot about well-being and wellness and stress management. And of course, the Camino, that's a different story. And I hope that you've been seeing some of the videos that I've put out related to, the Elliott Lake area since I've moved here now. But write me some ideas of things that you'd love me to talk about because I need some ideas too sometimes. Anyways, on that note, thanks for watching. My hands are sticky. I still have some honey on here. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and for chiming in. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.